Swag on the beat.
Swag on the beat. Swag on the beat.
Hello and welcome to episode 13 of the Swag on the Beat podcast. Episode 13.
Ruptured my spleen.
Oh, really?
No, I didn't actually.
No, it's a joke. Purely for
I
the
hope
rhyme.
I don't rupture my spleen.
Okay, yeah. No ruptured any body parts, please,
No.
on this show.
Spleen's perfectly healthy
Great.
and podcast ready to roll.
Great. Well, we've massive show today.
Yep.
And as always, as usual now, we're getting into probably our fifth or sixth guess as to the cat breed to win the Hello Kitty guitar.
Yep.
Thank you to Fender. And we have Ryan on the line here guessing for his attempt to win the guitar. Ryan, how are you?
Oh, very good, boys. How are you?
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for calling in. Now, Ryan, let's listen to that cat one more time.
Sure.
Ryan, what is that cat breed?
Oh, I think it's a Balinese.
Oh,
no. Terrific guess.
That is an unbelievable guess.
Unfortunately, no.
But unfortunately, thank you, Ryan, so much for playing. We have a huge show and a lot to get through. We're not stalling. We've got heaps to get through.
Yeah.
I had a message. This man messaged the pod,
Okay.
the main page, or like the sketch page, and my personal page. I don't know if
Wow.
he mentioned hit up your page.
May have.
You probably got
Yeah,
a zillion
yeah.
requests that you can't even get through.
Yeah, it's
But-
like Woof from Ryan from The Office. You know when he created Woof and it gives you a text to all your
Ryan, I
different.
don't remember a Ryan from The Office. Which was that?
Yes.
Ricky Gervais's character or Stephen Merchant when he did that cameo?
The US Office, actually, the
Oh,
remake.
Right. So
you're
just
staunchly opposed
just say
to.
the US Office then, because that's what it's called. Okay. Yeah, great. Okay, good that we've
Who's the
established that.
purist?
Good that we've established that. Ricky Gervais. No, we've got this guy called Luke who messaged all the pages, and he says, "Hey, just wondering if I can claim my Comments Hall of Fame
Ooh.
prize." And he wants to be put on
inductee.
what is behind me for those people with visual capabilities. We have a very
You're probably blocking it.
temporary Hall of Fame board.
Yep.
I think I'm going to get Luke on. We've got him on the phone
Okay, oh,
because
is
I didn't have the confidence to give him the right of way to be on the on board Hall of Fame, nor
a
did
bit
I have the
contentious,
confidence to
isn't
say
it?
absolute no.
Okay.
So I've got him on the line to plead his case, basically.
Okay, right.
And see what he says. So, Luke, how are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Beautiful. Thank you so much for being on the show. We know it's a contentious and maybe kind of awkward thing to talk about now because, it's a quite sought after position. But you are here to plead your case to be on the Comments Hall of Fame.
To get on the podium.
Just get a lay of the land for us, Luke. Like, what's the position and what happened? Can you explain where we're at?
Yeah, so I believe in one of your previous episodes you said you had to claim your spot to be on the Hall of Fame so that the honour board would only be for true listeners.
So you sent a DM and you said, I'm claiming my prize to be on the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
And I said, great, show a screenshot. And you perfectly showed your profile and the comment with a lot of likes. I'll give you that, a lot of likes. It was about 4,500 likes.
That's a lot of likes.
Which is great.
Well done.
And then I went to the video just to make sure, and there is someone else who has 6,500 likes. But your argument, Luke, is
That he's probably not a listener, to be honest. He he's just copying like a meme, so there's no real originality there. But I think that it really matters if you're a listener of the pod.
So what I think Luke's position, and I'm not going to give any bias to where I'm sitting now, Isaac, but Luke is saying that a true listener would ask to be a part of it, and this person who won has actually copied a known meme, so it's not
Right.
original content.
So, Luke, you're going for the Tats Lotto approach, where if the first prize doesn't get claimed, then it just automatically goes to the second prize if someone claims it. That's interesting. Although I guess the rules did stipulate at the start that it had to be the comment with the most likes. But as has happened on this show with any kind of rules, they get changed all the time, almost immediately.
You know what?
I think here's my
hang on.
here's my gut reaction. Oh no, you
No. Well, I just had a thought to
Okay.
kind of make it as unbiased as we can.
Okay.
Listeners, and Luke, you can't see this, but Mike, Isaac, and we actually have a big wheel right outside of frame.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
it's huge.
and you won't be able to hear it. Well, we won't be able to necessarily hear it, but I'm sure Mike will make sure in post that we can hear it ticking around as we spin it. But it has yes or no on it.
Okay.
And I think maybe we spin that to see if we should let Luke in, because I'm going to give my personal opinion now. I think Luke should get it because a true fan of the show and the other person hasn't used the original idea.
Yeah.
And I think as a show, we have a lot of empathy to those.
Yes, I respect all the listeners of the show greatly, Luke especially, for,
Yes.
for performing very well
Yeah.
in the comment section.
Yeah.
But if we let him through, where does the madness end?
Why is it madness?
Well, what if someone comes in and says, hey, I got 3 likes on a comment, but I love your guys' show, so
Yeah.
I deserve to be on the Hall of Fame? Obviously, that's a more extreme example, but I think we can come up with a little bit of a compromise. And I respect that Luke has pled his case and has brought it to the judge and the jury.
Yep.
I'm the judge, you're the jury.
Okay.
And so I think what you should do, Luke, I'm going to give you another 3 videos. And if you can get a comment on any of the next 3 videos or any of the comments, and the total amount of likes surpasses the person in front of you on that video. So you need an extra 1,500 likes. Because he's got Izzy on 4,500 and the leader is on 6,000. If you in the next 3 videos, if you can get aggregate likes above that amount, I'm going to grant you a place on the honor board.
We do have the wheel right here.
Spin the wheel.
I like that. Let's get the wheel, and then if it's a no, we go to that. Okay.
Okay.
Because we like the wheel.
Luke, are you happy to be at the mercy of the decision of the all-powerful wheel?
Yeah.
Yes, let's do it. I like.
Okay,
my,
so if
stance.
it's a yes, you're in, and we'll write it right now in fresh blue ink. And if it's a no, you get the aggregate 3 videos.
Yeah. So if it's yes, it will be nicely resolved and wrapped up right now. We won't have to revisit it. Okay. Spin the wheel, jury.
Spin that wheel, Mike. Spin. Wow. God, that sounds great, doesn't it?
Nice. There's a lot of WD-40
Coming
in the
to-
axle of that wheel.
Coming to a stop.
Oh, it's a yes! Luke,
Fantastic.
you made it on the Hall of Fame. Luke, how do you feel? You're on the Hall of Fame.
Well, wonderful and relieved that I don't have to be creative for the next few days.
No, great. Thank you so much for calling up. You are absolutely, of course, on the Comments Hall of Fame.
Second person on the Hall of Fame.
It
That's
is
a
an
great
honour.
achievement.
It is an honour. 4,500 likes is a huge effort.
What was the comment, by the way? Do you remember?
Yeah, so it was the video where Jack came out with the wig on and the girls were all screaming. And
Nice.
the comment was, for women, it's a transformation. But for men, it's just less hair.
Yeah, great. A great comment.
Oh, if I heard that
Creative,
from the
original.
start,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have worried about this whole 3
Yeah.
business.
Well, that's why we got the wheel. We got the wheel.
Well done, Luke. That's a great comment and a deserved spot on the Comments Hall of Fame. Congratulations, mate. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
See you later.
Okay. Well, we've got a huge show coming up, and
Thank goodness we had that wheel. That saved a lot.
yeah. Well, I know,
follow-up.
and I think we can bring the wheel back.
I think
to
so.
help make decisions for us.
Yeah, it was pretty easy to navigate for
yeah,
us.
pretty- and
lugging it up the stairs.
sounded
It
good.
does weigh 200 kilos.
It's a big wheel.
But,
it's almost the Wheel of Fortune size, but vertical.
Yeah.
So I can just lean right out of frame if you got visuals, and
it's
I'm
right-
holding it now.
Oh, can you
Yeah.
it just misses, just
Sort
out
of,
of
you
frame.
can still probably hear that going around.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's
well, yeah.
it'll stop now. But,
Comments Hall of Fame. Keep commenting. Secure your place. There's one more spot on the podium. Or, I mean, it's not really a podium, but it's
Yeah.
the first 3 spots
Yeah.
on the Comments Hall of Fame.
Yep.
And now, as you know, the rules are kind of malleable. So use that to your advantage, however you
we can be rubber armed.
Jack, you know those songs that always get stuck in your head, but it's just one little snippet of the song that you sing over and over again.
Oh, interesting.
And to
Yeah.
the point of you kind of sounds weird in your head and you've gotten sick of it.
Yes.
Have,
Well,
have you
yes.
got any at the moment?
You say it's a little snippet of a song, but the song that has been in and out of my head for the last 10 years, I reckon,
Okay.
is a 3-second song on repeat. It's the Nyan Cat.
Oh, no.
And I know it's like that's so stock standard,
is
but
very
it
Gen
just
Z of
gets
you.
in there and
Yeah.
over and over. Yeah.
I didn't know. Did we say it on the podcast or did we say it privately that Nyan is actually is what
Nyan.
Japanese people say for meow?
Oh, Nyan.
Yeah. So they don't
No.
say meow as the sound that a cat makes in Japan. They say Nyan. Like that's Nyan. That's
Oh,
how
they
they
think
that's how they
that's
spell
how
the
they-
sound that cats make.
Is that how they hear the sound? Nyan. Nyan.
I guess so.
But a cat wouldn't be putting its tongue on the roof of its mouth before it meows.
I mean, maybe the Japanese cats do.
Nyan. Meow.
But
meow. Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
very-
know that. Anyway, I discovered that in Japan. But
Wow.
that's so. What do you just sit at home watching the 10-hour Nyan Cat loop on YouTube?
I probably did it once when I was 11, and now it's just stuck with me.
Yeah,
That's
well,
so annoying.
Yeah, I mean, I had to have a similar one that's been stuck in my head since I was a kid, but it's kind of. I've made an unintentional medley with these couple of songs because they've got the same melodies. And so I always, like, my default thing, if I don't have anything stuck in my head, I go back to, I've been missing your strawberry kisses.
Really?
I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. I'm on the highway to hell.
Really?
Loop through those three
Really?
songs. I don't know, somehow...
Pretty advanced head.
Somehow in my
mind.
mind, I think the melody is similar in those parts, so that's why it kind of blended in from one
What
to
age?
another.
What age were you when? Because you would have been listening to those at a young age.
Pretty primary school time, yeah.
Wow.
And I actually met one of my best mates who's also called Isaac, who you know, had the same two songs that he would sing in an unintentional medley.
Really? Really?
All-Star and Strawberry Kisses.
Wait. Mike's saying something.
I also had that.
No.
What you just said just blew my mind. I have also always done that.
Really? Those
it must be
Strawberry
from
Kisses.
something. Yes.
I think it's just the exact same melody.
I have always done it.
Wait, so which songs? Strawberry Kisses.
Kisses and Smash Mouth.
And Smash Mouth.
How am I in the minority having done that?
What a loser this guy. Well, can people please send in if you also do that?
That is
that's
insane.
A crazy hit rate.
Wait, so you would sing Strawberry Kisses into All-Star, whatever it is?
Yeah, and when Isaac started singing Strawberry Kisses, I was like, I know exactly
yeah,
what he's
it's
about
because
to do.
so Mike, you sing Strawberry Kisses. I'll sing the previous line from Smash Mouth. Ready? Somebody once.
Sorry, I wasn't ready for that.
All right, ready?
Oh, I wish there was a camera on you.
Somebody
I've
once
been
told
missing
me
your
the world is gonna
strawberry
roll
kisses.
Whoa, a nice harmony too, guys.
That's right.
Wow. I
Who
wanna
would have
play.
thought hit songs use similar melodies?
Yeah, you get Ed Sheeran
Wow.
in. Ed Sheeran.
Anyway, that's not the point of this segment.
That's great. That's
but that
so
is
cool.
good knowledge and nice, Mike. Respect.
I feel like I'm isolated.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in a way,
Isaac
in a lot
lated.
of ways, you are. So,
Okay.
so the one that's been stuck in my head lately is "Fly Away" by Lenny Kravitz.
Oh yeah, great song.
Great song. Great man. Apparently an all-time legend.
Yeah.
Both singer and actor.
Yep.
Such as Hunger Games and the Lenny Kravitz documentary.
But yeah, he acted so well in that.
But I have a bit of a bone to pick with him in this song.
Oh.
And let me play a little snippet of it, which I'm sure you and all the listeners will recognize.
Let's go and see the stars, the Milky Way.
Or even Mars.
The Milky Way, let's go and see the stars, the Milky Way, or even Mars. Notice how he says even Mars. Mars is by far the closest of those three things.
But is it?
I'm-
Wait.
I'm pretty sure when you say even, the thing that follows has to be the most
Wow.
emphasized or
Wow.
extreme one of those things mentioned.
Technically, if you hit any other solid object apart from Earth, you are entering the Milky Way.
Yeah, but also he's saying, I want to get away, I want to fly away.
Yeah.
Let's go and see the stars, the Milky Way, or even Mars. If you want to go and see, if you're talking about from Earth, you can see the stars maybe with the right telescope or photo lens. You can see the Milky Way, but regardless,
but
Mars is always the closest out of all those three things.
Yeah. But you can still fly away and be way closer to Earth than Mars, and see the stars and the Milky Way.
Yeah, but you can see Mars from Earth, and Mars is
Sure.
closer to this than any star, the sun, and then let alone any of the 100 billion stars that are in the Milky Way. It's like
look.
from whichever way you're looking at it,
Yeah.
from on Earth or from what he's most likely talking about, which is flying away into outer space.
Yeah, I
with this
don't think he
mysterious
would have
partner.
been thinking, I want to go like a low to in the atmosphere, fly
Exactly.
away.
He's talking about I want
Yeah.
to go away and see the stars, the Milky Way,
Yeah.
or even Mars. Mars
Yeah.
is the next door.
Yeah,
it's the
yeah,
next
yeah,
planet
yeah,
over
yeah.
there. It's like saying, where should we go on holiday this weekend? We could go to Paris, New York, or even Ballarat. That's not how that goes. When you say even, the thing that comes
Wow.
after has to be the most
I
extreme
think Lenny
one.
Kravitz needs an audit, and also
I think so.
trains dropped to Jupiter. There's got to be something in there that's wrong.
There has to
All
be.
this planetary stuff. These
Yeah.
people aren't qualified.
Yeah.
Get Brian Cox on the phone.
Enough singers making songs about space. Brings me to another point later in this song.
Yeah.
A lot of hit songs, once you actually read or listen to the lyrics,
Yeah.
most of the time they don't make any sense. They're
Right,
just
yeah.
they're just saying things
They're
that
just, yeah,
are nice
sound
sounding
good.
words. Like in the previous verse or the next one, he says, "Let's fade into the sun. Let your spirit fly where we are one, just for a little fun." It's just saying stuff. I was going to put it to the listeners to say, if you know any other songs with any weird lyrics or wrong lyrics
Oh,
or
okay.
just nothing lyrics.
that's a nothing thing.
Songs that we've probably heard and would like know the lyrics in the back of our mind, but have never actually thought about them,
Yeah.
send them in because I'm sure there's heaps.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm going to give Kravitz the benefit of the doubt on this one with the whole even Mars gate.
Sure.
It was probably an honest mistake. Maybe he wasn't well researched enough, or he got it the wrong
Well, he
way
doesn't
around.
claim to be an astronomer.
Exactly. So rather than him having to re-record the song some 25 years later,
Okay.
I've gone and fixed it up for
Okay,
him.
great.
Let's go and see my stars, or even the Milky Way.
The correct order.
Isaac, we're relatively new to the podcast game, but amazingly, we've already got some, people that keep coming back and listening, which we are very thankful for. So thanks everyone for tuning in.
Very grateful.
And I was thinking, like, what would be a cool way to sort of acknowledge those who are early adopters and are very keen and want to be a part of it, right?
Read out all their names
Read
at
out
the
all
start
their
of
names?
every episode.
That'd be good. Yeah. That would take like 5 names. No, let's come on. But we thank everyone for listening. And the idea was maybe it could be some sort of a membership or some sort of way to show that you are, part of the swag world.
Yep.
Swag world.
I like
So the idea is we have a very, very limited release
Okay.
of T-shirt. It's a T-shirt, okay? T-shirt is your membership card. And on each T-shirt there is a number, and we can discuss if it's in the middle of the breast or on the side of the pocket.
Okay.
Well, there's no pocket, but on the side of the shirt. And the number indicates what number member you are, and the closer you are to number 1 or 0 is your
More
ranking.
prestigious.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like the Squid Game number,
Kind of, yeah.
but less death, but same amount of money.
But is that how it works in Squid Game? The higher your number, the less important you
Oh
are?
no! I mean, you just have a number on.
I mean, number 1, not for spoilers, but number 1 guy did end up
Well,
being quite
spoilers.
important. So that is spoilers. Watch it if you haven't. God, it's good.
I like it. So we just release 10 at a time or something.
I think 10. 10 is a good number.
Okay.
So we release shirts 1 to 10.
do we get do us two and Mike get the first 3 shirts, or is that selfish? Or do we have to enter the ballot same as everyone?
Yeah, how do we negotiate that? So would we all have ones? With 3 ones, and then the next person is 2,
Interesting.
maybe. Or with 3 ones and the next person is 4, because it's like 3 equal bursts or something.
Why
Do you reckon? And then there's only 6 T-shirts to sell, which makes it even more exclusive.
Yeah, true. Well, I think we should have 1, 2, and 3, and then we can figure out between us how to, or we can just share the 1, 2, and 3. Or is that selfish? Or should we give 1, 2, and 3 to our listeners?
I think we're 0. We're 3 zeros.
0, yeah.
We're 0, 0, 0, and 0, 0, 0.
Yeah. And if we
Yeah.
forget the number to call the police, we can just look down at ours.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. 5 zeros, all added them up.
Yeah.
Type of special police. Okay. I think that's the vibe. Only 10. 10 T-shirts, just the first 10 people. That's
Wow.
great.
Okay.
Super tight group. Because there's a lot of people writing in and stuff. We love that. Maybe they get special consideration when they, DM or email or
Right.
whatever. Like they get read first. They get kind of engaged
Right,
with
okay.
first or something. And whatever swag does in the future, this will be
Right.
taken in
and then
consideration.
if you're in public and you see, and you're 004 and you see 007, James Bond out in the wild, you can go, hey.
But 4 is more senior than 7. So there has to be some sort of exchange of like pleasantries within the hierarchy.
The lower number has to bow down in some way
No,
to
no.
the higher number.
The reverse.
The higher number.
Yeah, so
okay.
the lower the number, the more prestigious you
Yeah,
are. So
right, okay.
whatever that is,
So is it just going to be a blank tee with a number on it, or
I
are we going
think
to put
so.
something else on it as well?
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's the first 10, we could make them really nice T-shirts or something.
Okay.
Maybe something like that, I think.
Heavy GSM.
Heavy GSM.
None of this Gildan classic.
Oh, we love
business.
Gildan. We do love Gildan, but well,
I don't think we have to say that.
don't we have to say that? Okay, yeah. Well, we're indifferent on Gildan. But I think that's the idea. So let us know if you want to do this, if you want to be a part of the top 10.
Okay.
And this is across all swag, right?
Yeah, right.
So sketches, we've done a live show previously, lots of other projects happening, and the podcast. It kind of makes you in that first circle of potential people.
Right. Okay. And are we committing to 10 now, or are we going to gauge the interest and make it a variable
Look, maybe
number?
people don't want to be not VIP. What's the word? Like member, swag.
Yeah, okay.
Swag member, but hierarchied member.
Yeah.
So
We'll have a think and
We'll have a think. We'll have a think and come up with a name.
Yeah.
I think we'll see if people show a little bit of interest in the DMs or then we'll definitely
Okay.
follow up with it.
And we won't be making a profit on these shirts, will we? We'll just
This is not for profit.
We'll sell. You can cover the cost.
Cover
of
the
shirt?
cost, shirt and delivery,
Yep.
and we've got to get a screen print.
And delivery of t-shirts, I heard, costs $150. So
It's weird. It's
if
just
that- yeah.
in this next little period, they've really
yeah.
it's the Trump tariffs. What
Yeah.
are you going to do about it? You know, shipping t-shirts domestically
Yeah,
has
from
Trump written
Tullamarine
all
to
over it.
Melbourne,
Yeah.
Jack, there's
Yes.
a lot of pool tables around where I live at pubs and bars and etc.
Oh, I thought you meant like in your home.
No,
There's one in the
no,
lounge room. There's one in the kitchen. Yeah, no.
no, none at home.
Okay.
Lots in the surrounding 2-kilometer radius from where I live.
Yep.
And my housemate Dobbo and I will frequently go around and search for a free table. And if we need to hustle another pair that's on the table, we'll often do that. And we sort of fancy ourselves as strong intermediate players.
Yep.
We're definitely nothing crazy, but
Yep.
Unless we're playing against a serious player, we usually fancy our chances.
I guess the question that probably everyone would want to know is how often do you chalk the end of your stick?
Well,
Because that will tell you what level you think you're at.
Okay. I actually don't chalk in that. I'm probably twice a game, but
Okay.
I think you should do it before every shot. I mean, the best pool experience I had was probably with my friend Clay. We were at the Union Club Hotel in Fitzroy.
Oh, yep.
And it was quite late night, and we were having a game, and he had a shot. This is unrelated, but he lined up a shot from the one end of the table. He was on the short end of the table,
Right.
like on the long end of the table, but the short side. So it was far away from the ball he was going for.
Mm-hmm.
And so his ball was up the other end, hits a power shot trying to get a rebound smash. And the white ball misses, bounces off the cushion, and gets airborne and perfectly back into his nuts.
Oh, really?
Hits him square in the
Wow.
nuts, and he's killed over. And I was laughing for 100 hours. It was
Wow.
hilarious.
That's awesome.
I even messaged them on Instagram trying to get the CCTV footage. 'cause
Really?
I was
Wow.
sure that was going viral
That's
instantly.
funny.
But they left me on red. So
Really?
No, they didn't even open it. My housemate and I went to the local pool comp the other day at our pub down the road at the
yeah.
Grandview. We went to the Monday night pool comp.
yeah.
'Cause we've been seeing the signs for it for a while, and we thought we'd try our chances. So we went down, and there's sort of everyone's warming up there. It's sort of a all walks of life situation. Like there's a lot of almost everyone had their own queue in their own case.
Wow.
So we walked in
Okay.
and went, okay,
Serious players.
Yeah, serious players.
Yep.
And the standard was okay. The personal cues was probably a little bit misleading.
Okay.
We were pretty okay. This is their Monday night ritual. They've been doing it for a long time, and they're pretty passionate about it. So they were taking us through the rules.
Yep.
They were, you can't do this, you can't do that, blah,
Okay.
blah, blah. And there was a big sign on the wall that said, no pros or tournament players. Strictly no tournament players.
Yeah, because I have been turned around there before.
And the guy who was running it was saying, no, you can't be better than me. If you no one here can be better than me. That's where we draw the
He
line.
said that?
He said that, and everyone was kind of like, yeah, we don't want anyone good here. We don't want no pros, no one. We don't want anyone cleaning up. Like we're we've been to too many pool comps where there's just people that are too good. And so they were really emphasizing you can't be that good if you play here. It's got to be a level playing field.
Right, okay.
Even though the guy who ran it was quite good. So I was thinking, I wonder if I could call them and ask about playing in the pool comp.
Oh.
But it's obvious that I'm a really good player and I'm trying to undersell how good I am, and I'm just trying to make some easy cash.
The guy making these rules isn't the guy behind the bar, is he?
No, but they're all across it.
Okay,
It's a big night, and they're all
Right.
the people behind the bar and the manager are all aware of it.
Yep.
And so I was wondering if I could call them and see if they'll pull me up on it.
Great,
Or
yeah.
if I'll be able to walk in as a shark
Yeah.
and make an easy $250 on a Monday night.
Is it that much money?
Well, it's $10 buy-in and then $5 rebuy-ins, and everyone who gets out rebuys in.
Wow.
But by the end of it was about $250, $300.
That's going to attract some good players, surely, on a Monday night.
It will attract them, but they'll quickly get turned away at the door once they see the sign.
How are you going to lead? Like, what are you going to say your accreditation
Well,
is?
I'm
or
not going
whatever?
to. I don't want to give away. I don't want to say that I'm good because
Oh.
otherwise they'll turn me away straight away.
Okay.
I want to see if they'll let me weasel my way in without telling them how.
Oh,
good
you
I
think
am.
they'll say, like, what's your background?
Yeah, or yeah, I'm going to just ask about it and see if they'll let me in.
Okay,
Or see if
okay.
they'll turn me away because
Right.
they think I sound too good. So
Okay.
we've got the number here.
Yeah, okay.
We're going to give them a call.
Yep.
I think they're open.
Yep.
Probably earlier
It's
on
early
in the
for
day.
a pub.
Probably just cleaning some glasses.
Afternoon, Grandview Hotel.
Oh, g'day. I just got a few questions about your pool comp that's on Monday nights.
Yep.
I was just wondering, what's the buy-in?
So it's $10 to start. if you get knocked out, you can buy back in for $5.
Right, okay. And so what's the total pot roughly at the end of the night?
So it could be anywhere from like 150 to 250, just depends.
What would you say, what's the standard? How good are these players, would you say?
Look, as far as I know, there's a couple of good players. They don't play professional.
They don't play professional?
No.
Right, okay. So if, hypothetically, if someone walked in who was a very good player or had played professionally, they would probably be able to win the money quite easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, okay. That's not me, but that's just wondering. So do you think people would get suspicious if someone new turned up and was really good at pool and started winning easily straight away?
Yeah.
They would get suspicious?
Yeah.
Have they been known to turn people away?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Right. And you don't do any testing for any performance enhancers or anything like that, do you?
No.
Okay, that's good to know. Not for me. Just wondering out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's great. I think I'm going to come down and see if I can clean up and make some easy money.
Okay. Good luck then.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Well, she clearly wasn't as strict on the no pros rules.
No, she was definitely the person who would go, if you're in person, she would have been like, yep. The pool guys are over there. Just keep walking. I'm on the bar.
Yeah.
Don't annoy me.
Clearly didn't care. Didn't even bat an eyelid at the performance enhancing drugs question.
Look, I think you might have to call her back and just say, look, the truth is I actually am a professional. I can't in good faith come down to your shop and take all the money. So on that basis, I won't actually be there.
Okay.
Sorry for the false promise.
Okay,
I hope you have a great, lovely day.
I'm sure it'll be a quick phone call because she sounded like she was ready to hang up back then, and I'm giving her another call. But I'll call her back and confess my professionalism due to a heavy conscience.
Afternoon, Grandview Hotel.
Oh, g'day. I called you just before about the pool comp. I just wanted to come clean and say I actually am a professional pool player, and I couldn't, in good conscience, come down and take these innocent people's hard-earned pool money. So I'm really sorry about that, and I just felt a bit guilty.
Right. Yeah, that's all right.
And
have you looked at the places or found other places?
I have been to other places, and I usually clean up pretty easily, but I guess this one just kind of weighed heavily on my conscience a bit, so I'm sorry about that.
Oh, thank you. That's okay. Thanks for being honest.
Okay, no worries. Well, I appreciate your time, and good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Nice. Yeah.
The most uncaring person.
I think we're really overestimating how like guarded this whole thing is. You know? Isaac, my brothers and I have a new hobby.
Wow.
Which we're really enjoying.
Mm-hmm.
And my cousin, who sometimes helps out with swag stuff, her husband is also part of it. So we're a foursome, and we're playing paddleball.
Oh, nice. Mini tennis.
Yeah, essentially, it's kind of like a cross between squash and tennis.
Right.
It's people say, is that pickleball? But pickleball is just in an open court. This is in a glass enclosure.
Okay. Can you bounce it off the walls?
Yes. Yep.
Right.
So it's outside. Well, the courts we play are outside, but like the back walls are glass.
Okay.
And like the first third of the side walls, and then the rest is a black cage.
Right.
So it's a great game.
And so it's in play, bouncing off the walls all the time.
Kind of, yeah.
Like there's
yeah.
no out of bounds
on
your half.
Yeah, correct. Like there's obviously you can't hit that on the full or whatever, but it's
nice.
It's a great game.
Exciting.
We played our second round on Monday, and it was really hot in Melbourne. Mm-hmm. So we're playing. I think it was like the 39, 40 degree day, whatever.
Right.
And so, like I thought, because in the group I thought someone was going to text saying, "Oh, a bit hot today, boys." Not going to. But Luke, the Knott brother, texted saying, "Everyone better be hydrating at like midday." So we're like, "Okay, we're on." But anyway, so we're playing and it's good. And I can't remember who won or lost. It doesn't matter. It's all about having fun. But and it was so hot. It was like really, really hot. It wasn't quite late enough to be out of the sun's gaze. Anyway, It was like...
So it's glass under sun. So you're getting magnified. You're like an ant under a magnifying glass in there.
Well, it's open roof. Like the glass only ever comes about...
Okay.
Oh, well, the back wall is mostly glass. 6-7 foot.
Okay, but there's no breeze coming through.
No real breeze. No, it's warm. It's really, really warm. Anyway, so we all came in one car, me and my two brothers, and as we get in the car to leave, you feel, when the car's stinking hot, And we get in the car, and everyone's going, "Oh, it's hot! Turn on the aircon." It's like I haven't even got in the car. My brother in the back seat's going, "Turn on the aircon." So I'm not even in the car. So anyway, the door's shut, and then my brother who's sitting in the front seat goes, "Oh, remember that time we played golf down the coast, and on that super hot day? So you're outside for 4.5 hours or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
And
Wow, that's how long it takes you to get a golf game.
Yeah,
I usually
yeah.
knock it off in an hour.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Right. So that's called you're playing mini golf.
Oh, right.
Babe. Yeah.
Kind of
Cute
like
though.
paddleball, mini tennis.
Oh, okay. Wow. You got the robot. The robot is out. Those with video. I'm doing a robot.
Yeah. It doesn't quite hit the same when you got to explain it. Sorry, continue.
So we played. This is maybe a year or two ago. We played golf. It's the middle of summer. It's stinking hot. Same conditions. Get in the car. It's like crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're already sweating. We're already kind of, dehydrated, etc. And then we say, why don't we keep all the windows up and the aircon off for the 15 minutes it takes to get to the water? Because we're going straight for a swim because we were near the coast.
After golf.
Oh,
so you want to get as hot as possible, so the swim was as satisfying as possible.
It's exactly right. Let's have the most satisfying.
But it was
swim.
hot, wasn't it? So it's still going to be nice.
But we wanted to be exceedingly hot.
Okay,
We didn't want to lose. We
Yeah,
didn't want to sit in
sauna.
the aircon.
You want a sauna before you go in the cold plunge.
Yeah. Well, we didn't want to lose any of the hard-earned thirst that we had during the golf with aircon and drinking and stuff. So it's like no drinks, no wind,
15
no aircon.
minutes.
It was tough. Well, now I have a newfound empathy for babies and dogs, right? So we're driving, and sweat is flying off the nose, and it's just like you're ruining the seats.
Yeah.
Okay, new car basically. But we get there, we park the car, and we strip off, and we're basically just going undies, and we're running down the track, and most beach tracks they start gravel, and then they become more sandy as you get closer to the water, and as we get closer to the water. I can't remember hearing them, but I remember myself as it got sandier, it was getting really, really hot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that hurts more than any other sand I've felt before. And it wasn't like the hottest day ever, but it was very hot. And what had happened was our feet were so sweaty that the water was kind of flash boiling. On our feet, and all of us were screaming as we're going down, and we couldn't really work out what's going on. We just knew we were in a lot of pain.
Wow.
And we get to the water, and it turns out we had just boils all over our feet for about 5 days. We couldn't really walk for about 5 days.
Wow. And when you're running halfway along the beach, it's closer to the shore, so closer to the beach. I mean, so you just got to keep running. You can't turn back.
There's no oh my God, what's going on?
There's no patch of shade you can just jump in.
No,
or a towel.
no.
Wow, that's real deal pain.
So it was horrible.
Walking on the coals.
And I guess it's just it's the time of summer. Everyone's out and about. Be careful.
Yeah.
This is a swag summer warning. Just be careful.
Don't go slow roasting yourself in your car oven before going to the beach.
Because I know
just use the facilities available to you.
But I know that you are someone that maybe you tend to shy away from using your aircon a bit.
Well, it doesn't work.
Oh, it doesn't work.
Slash exist.
Okay, right.
It's more of a I'll blow the air that is outside the car onto your face.
Yeah, okay, right.
So I'm just windows down all the time.
Because you're very windows down.
Yeah.
So just keep those windows down.
Okay.
For safety. I'm a safety inspector officer now.
Yeah,
for anyone
thank you.
listening, this is Swag Summers warning. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
It hurts a lot.
Boiling your own feet. Who would have
So
thought?
if you find yourself playing a whole round of golf and a 10-minute drive to the ocean with windows up and aircon on, that's when the alarm bells should start ringing.
Yeah. When you're about to pass out behind the wheel, that's when you should start
like
going.
that. It was like kind of leaning forward on the wheel.
Well, it's kind of like when you're at the snow, if you wear socks that are too thick, your feet will sweat and then the sweat will freeze. So if you wear socks that are too thick, your feet actually get colder than if you wear thinner socks. Because it suffocates your
like
foot.
footy socks are too thick?
Or like full merino wool or full real thick. Yeah, I mean footy socks would be too thick, but you need something breathable.
Okay.
But, I guess just worry about the temperature of your feet when doing stuff.
Interesting. So will you wear like suit socks?
No, I'll wear snowboard socks, but they're quite thin.
Oh.
Yeah, I got the gear.
Yeah,
All
right.
the gear.
Okay. Well, there's your learnings. Summer and winter warnings.
Protect your feet.
Yeah, protect your feet. Don't get beat by the heat or
Swag
the
on the
cold,
beat.
because then you'll get mold. Feet.
Swag on the beat, protect your feet.
I'm stopping down.
Jack, something funny happened to us on a Zoom call the other day that is part of a wider problem which we sometimes encounter, which is people showing other people our videos in front of us.
That's always an interesting one. Yeah.
And
yeah.
I'm sure you remember, but we were on a Zoom call with a company that we'd done a bit of work with.
Right.
And they got us to come on this Zoom call and speak at sort of like a seminar thing.
Oh, yeah.
About 100 people who worked at this company. It's a big company.
Awkward. This is so awkward.
And so they got us
Were
on.
there that many people on the call?
I think there was like 85 people on the call.
Were there really?
And so
Because I could only see the people who had their cameras on.
I know, but it kept
Because there was like a boardroom of probably 8 people.
Yeah.
And then maybe like a couple of others.
individuals,
80
but there was
people.
a lot more in the list.
Oh, wow. It's so much worse now.
So it was us, and there was another guy who was part of the project as well that got introduced and spoke for a little bit. And they introduced him first, and he had this professionally shot doco that was on Netflix that had an introduction about who he is and the work that he did.
Yep.
And so they played that first. It all went smoothly. Oh, it was beautiful, and they probably applauded. I don't remember, but he spoke very well, and it all went perfectly.
Well, we were enjoying it at the time. We didn't know what
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they ask us, or they introduce us, and they play one of our swag videos in the seminar, and the sound isn't working.
It's so bad. And it's like glitching or
And
something.
so it was the police video, which is about 1 minute and 20 seconds long, one of our longer videos.
Yeah.
And no one could hear it. And you could kind of, the reason why I looked at how many people was in there, because you could kind of see people pop up as they made noise, you know, when their microphones on.
Okay.
And you can hear people exhaling and like kind of coughing and laughing and that's taking over the sound because there's no other sound. So
Yeah.
I'm seeing all these faces pop up.
Oh, man.
And I think, and no one said anything. It was one of those awkward moments where everyone knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Everyone knows this funny,
Yeah.
awkward thing is
Yeah.
happening. But I think everyone just
had to sit
mutually
through it.
agreed that it was probably short enough to just wait it out.
Yeah, no one said, the sound.
No,
Like, it's just
it
like,
was because it was
whatever.
kind of popping in and out once every
Yeah.
10 seconds. So it clearly wasn't a problem that was an easy
The
fix.
thing that I hated was when the host restarted what they were talking about when the video finished, they clearly laughed from zero. They went like, well, the swag boys, and then like kept going. It's
And,
like
yeah.
there was no,
And then we had to speak in front of all these people off the back of it.
we
So,
should have just gone, whatever.
Yeah, we're the mute creators.
Oh, God.
So I
That
mean
was
that
embarrassing.
that was a more painful of those situations. But people showing other people our videos in front of us
Yeah.
is something that has happened before. I remember.
Yes.
I'm sure you've got an example, but one that comes to mind is when we were starting out, and my mum was showing my grandma, showing her mum,
Yep.
and. We like the family was all over, everyone was there, and it was kind of, mum was excited to show grandma what I'd been doing with my friends.
Right. Yeah.
And so she's showing grandma this video, and grandma isn't great of hearing these days.
Sure.
She's very with it, but especially on a small phone screen
Yeah.
with limited volume
Yeah,
abilities. Mum's showing grandma this video, and she in front of me, and I'm just watching grandma looking at this thing, having absolutely no idea what she's looking at, and just looking. And there was jokes going by, and she's not reacting, and I don't even think she knows what she's looking at. And then the video ends, and grandma just goes, "It looks like he's having a good time." Thanks, Grandma.
Yeah.
But then I said to Mum and my whole family, from now on, no more videos in
Okay.
front of me.
Okay. Oh, right. That's a
No
hard
more
rule.
showing anyone videos
Wow.
while I'm
Okay.
present. You gotta wait till I'm gone.
Wow. Well, that's well, the thing that came to mind was also my grandma, and I think that I must have been showing her what it was, and she's watching it, and she's like, "But this isn't your brothers. Where are your brothers?" And I'm like, "No, it's not. It's my friends. It's not what. Well, you should probably do this with your brothers." And I'm like, "Well, okay. Did you enjoy it? Where's the tea? Like next thing, you know."
There are other people, Grandma.
I know. Yeah.
That's good.
But, and then like a slightly different, but Mum will always go, "I've got something for you," and she goes, "Super Mario," and then goes, "Do what? Do something with that.
there's something there."
something there," and I'm just like,
That's a video idea, right?
just like, and she goes, "I guess you know where you got it from or whatever." Like, it's just like, oh God.
Yeah. I mean, that reminds me one about your mum. I think mums just love showing stuff on the phone
Yes.
that happened.
Yeah.
I remember one time when your brothers, Albert and Walt, were at the snow. They were at Bulla, and because I had a bit of snow experience, your mum was kind of telling me about it and was excited. Oh, the boys are at the snow, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And she goes, "Oh, let me show you a photo." And I say, she gets up your family group chat on Facebook, scrolls up a little bit, clicks into a photo of 2 Diet Cokes on the table and shows it to me and goes, hey, here's the boys drinking Diet Cokes at Bulla. She was giving me the raised eyebrows like, hey, what do you reckon about that?
And you, of course, lost your mind.
I was amazed. I can't believe that's taking me right back to my life at the snow.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
my mum's showing stuff on the phone. They love
Good
it.
on your mum.
Sometimes, mum, you can just tell me about it.
Yeah, it's all good.